Hello everyone, I'm Alex and this is my review of the HTC Desire 320. This device costs about $85. It's a great price for an entry-level device. This particular one has a 4.5-inch display. It's a full-wide VGA display with a resolution of 854 by 480. This particular one has a MediaTek 6582 processor. It's a quad-core processor clocked at 1.3 GHz. And it has 512 megabytes of RAM and 4 gigs of internal storage. It can take memory cards up to 32 gigs. On the back here we have the 5 megapixel rear camera, and on the front we have a 0.3 megapixel camera. Let's take a closer look at this device. On the back here, the back is pretty slippery and it's a fingerprint magnet. Every time you touch it, you leave marks on it. On the back here we have the 5 megapixel camera. On top here we have the 3.5 audio jack. On the back here we have the rear speaker. At the bottom we have the charging port, and that's the microphone. On this side we don't have anything, and on this side we actually have the power button and the volume buttons. On the front of the device we have the speaker right here, the 0.3 megapixel camera, and we do have the buttons right here at the bottom. Let's take a closer look behind the rear cover here. At the bottom we see where the speaker is. The speaker is right here. This is the battery. This is a 2100 milliamp battery. The SIM card goes in here, and here you can put memory cards up to 32 gigs. The phone is built pretty solid, and for an $85 phone it's pretty decent. On the lock screen we have a couple of options: open the dialer, the text messages, video highlights, or the camera. The screen doesn't have the best viewing angle since it's a VGA screen. As you can see, if you don't look straight at the screen you can't really see anything, and also in the daylight it's very difficult to see the screen. However, it does have some great brightness, and I'll show you that. So this is the maximum brightness. One thing I noticed, the brightness, it's not automatic, so you cannot set it to turn down or up depending on the lighting conditions. So you have to do it manually all the time. That's a bit disappointing. Let's take a look at the software on this device. So this device is running Android 4.4.2, so it's KitKat. As you can see here, I'm not sure if this device will ever be updated to Lollipop. I highly doubt it. If we go into storage here, you will see that the total available space is 2 gigs out of 4. On the other two there is the operating system installed. The battery on this device, the 2100 milliamp battery, can last about 8 to 9 hours with about 2 hours of screen time. So it's not bad, it should be fine for an entire day with moderate usage. Let's check out the Antutu benchmarks. So the score is 18,800. This is pretty normal for this type of processor and RAM. These devices usually get between 17,000 and 19,000. If we go into info here, you can actually see the processor, the screen resolution, how many megapixels the rear camera has, the RAM. Next, the multi-touch screen. So you can touch the screen in only 2 places in the same time. It's not going to register any other touches. This is a bit disappointing. I mean, all the other Chinese devices under $100 usually have about 5 touches. This is only 2. The sensor box, as you expect, this device doesn't have too many sensors. But however, this is a pretty cheap device, so you can't expect that much. The speed test, I was able to do a speed test on the Wi-Fi, and I'll show you the results right here. 25 download and 5 upload. This is pretty normal. I will turn off the Wi-Fi and we can do a speed test on 3G. This device is a 3G device only. So now it's on 3G only. So the speeds that we got were 7 download, 1.14 upload. This is pretty normal for this particular device. Let's check out how Chrome works on this device. As soon as the pages load, it goes okay. You can zoom in, zoom out rather okay. However, after the page loads up, and I'll open any article here. So as you can see, zooming in and out, it's done okay. You can scroll the page up and down really fast after it loaded. I'll turn on the Wi-Fi again. Next, let's check out G+. The same story, after it loads you can pretty much scroll pretty fast. Takes a second to load though. On YouTube, I'll just open my channel here and I'll start the video. Again, it takes a second or so to actually start up. And the video start okay. I also installed the Google camera just to verify that the software version is correct and it's not faked, and it works fine, as you can see. Next, I'll show you the camera app. So this is pretty normal for a MediaTek device. Not too many options, unfortunately. The camera is pretty horrible, I have to say. It doesn't focus where it's supposed to focus. You can't touch on the screen to actually focus, and all the pictures seem out of focus. So it's not a good camera. I'll show you the autofocus feature. So it doesn't have it. You can just press anywhere pretty much and it doesn't know where to focus, so it's all confused, and then you just take the picture. This is a bit disappointing. I added a couple of pictures in the video's description. This is the front facing camera. As you can see, the picture is kind of dark. Can't really see any detail or anything, but you can't expect that much for a 0.3 megapixel camera. If we go into settings, it will show us that the camera is a 5 megapixel camera. The video on this device, I will add a short video that I made with this device. It's not the best, but however, this is a $85 device. Next, I will play a couple of games so you can see how this device performs. It's not bad considering the processor and the RAM that it has. However, I'm having trouble seeing the screen when I turn the device left or right, because this is a VGA screen, so it's a bit difficult to see while you're playing. You can see it on the camera fine, but in reality I can't really see it when I'm turning the device left or right. The overall performance during the games, it's fine considering the price of this device. As you can see, it doesn't lag. Keep in mind this device only has 512 megabytes of RAM, so you may want to close the apps in the background. Next I'll play Temple Run for a couple of seconds. Takes a while to start up. As you can see, there is no noticeable lag while playing these kind of games. Next I'm gonna make a quick phone call so you can see how the speaker sounds.
Welcome to Fido. Please hold while I review the details of your account. Our self-serve menu is available 24/7. It's a quick and easy way to perform common transactions, such as checking your usage, your account balance, or making a payment. To use our self-serve menu, press 1.
So it is pretty loud. The call quality I found to be really good as well. It's having a hard time turning off the screen.
To use our self-serve menu, press 1. To speak to a real person,
So you actually have to block everything so the screen actually turns off. And a couple of times it happens that the screen come back on. So this is a bit annoying because you're gonna hang up while you're talking.
there was no response received. Your call is transferred to a Fido.
Next, let's listen to a few ringtones so you can see how the rear speaker works. So as you can see, it's pretty loud. So as I said, the call quality is fine, the speaker sounds very loud. However, I'm having difficulties with the screen turning off and then back on while you're on a call. That's a bit disappointing. Other than that, it's a decent device for $85. I mean, you can have lots of other options with Chinese devices. It really depends if you want to have the warranty close to home and all that stuff. Overall, it's a decent device. It could be better. It does seem a bit cheap, but it is a cheap device. Thanks for watching and don't forget to subscribe.